Hey, Curtis here with a couple kind of like just follow-up thoughts for that last video I just did, kind of still in the midst of things. But I wanted to say that, the system is everything. It's the system that's the great equalizer that lays the foundation for predictable results, repeatable results. I mean, that's why McDonald's franchises have got the success rate that they do. They always know that the fry machine's on the left. The McDonald's, they run it like a well-oiled machine, and that's exactly what's been created with the Nerium system. And so I just want to highlight a couple of quick things. I mean, because there's two challenges. You get a person, I mentioned in the last video, somebody that's really got a confidence because they've done this before. I mentioned a person that's brand new that might not have a confidence, and so therefore they're dealing with different elements. The person that's brand new needs to really plug into the system to build a confidence as well as to learn the system. They tend to be very teachable because they haven't done this before, but they really need the confidence. They tend to learn the system very quickly because they're teachable, yet they're building confidence as they see the success of others and see their own success along the way. Now, the seasoned person has got another challenge. They might have the confidence, but they might be used to building around themselves. They're probably not ever used to having a true, refined, highly predictable, amazing system like we have with Nerium. They're not used to having like a McDonald's level success rate if people plug in and actually just really work it. And so therefore their confidence may actually prevent them from being as teachable as they should be. See, the system is the great equalizer. I mean, a person that's brand spanking new, never done this before, yet they plug into the system with confidence, learn the system, and understand, and they just trust because they see people from all walks of life, all different ages, all different demographics, and they see these people being very predictably successful in Nerium, and they just choose to believe and choose to trust and choose to plug in like a person who buys a McDonald's franchise, doesn't try to reinvent the wheel, goes to hamburger school and really learns the system and just plugs in. Bam! Successful right from the beginning. And so both the seasoned and the experienced, the seasoned and the inexperienced, have really got the exact same opportunity. One really doesn't have an advantage over the other because you leverage your story. A seasoned person, might leverage the fact that they've got experience, but then other people hear them talk about being experienced and say, oh, well, maybe I can't do this because I don't have experience. A person that's actually doesn't have experience can leverage their story. I've never done this before, but it's working amazing for me. It's working amazing for others that have never done this before because the system's in place and it sparks the I can do this in other people. And so therefore you get quicker results. And so the system's really the great equalizer. I want to just give you an example. It doesn't matter where you live. Doesn't matter if, we live in Springfield, Missouri. It's not the center of glitz and glamour. It's the home of Bass Pro Shop. Yet my sponsor, Lisa Cox, comes on board, shares this with her silver customers because she had a silver business for 13 years. And bam, has 33 people come on quite quickly. Why? Because she's a very likable girl. People want to be in business with her. And so they came on pretty quick, but that's impressive. But where the system kicks in is those 33 plugging into a system and then within less than 4 months grow to over 1,500 brand partners, collectively doing over $650,000 in business in just the 4th month. I mean, that's astounding. Why? Because of the system. See, that doesn't build around an individual. That's where the system kicks in. And so it's vital to plug people in to the system because it is truly the great equalizer. I have somebody come on my team. In fact, my fastest growing organization right now is, congratulations, Mike and Amber Leathers. So this kind of a little congratulations out to you. I mean, they had their iPad in less than 2 weeks. They had their Lexus qualified in 40 days. Things are just really exploding beyond since then. And you know what they've done amazingly well? What they've done amazingly well is they've been really teachable. I mean, they didn't know how they'd even get started. They had to sell 3 cows to come on board. They live in one of the most economically depressed areas. And I mean, they've got brand partners coming on their team that don't even have running water and electricity. And so this is growing because people see the opportunity of this product working better than anything else ever has before. And in an industry that in the US alone is over 100 billion. And so it's a huge opportunity. So people see that. But what are they doing? I'll tell you what they're really knocking out of the park. They're using the system. They're plugging into the conference calls. But what they're really doing awesome at is, like it says here, attend all regional events and attend all trainings. That is really what they're doing well, because not only are they personally attending all trainings and attending all regional events, but they are grabbing together their team, piling them into the homeschool bus, because they've got 7 kids, and so piling into the homeschool bus, going to the events and exposing their organization to the system firsthand. What does that do? That inspires confidence, that creates attitude, that formulates the foundation for people to plug in and really embrace the system and take this thing over the top. And so to the new and inexperienced, follow that model. Do those things yourself. Get on the conference calls, plug into the meetings, find out what's going on in your area, and things of that nature. To the more seasoned and more experienced, humble yourself, learn the system, and plug into it wholeheartedly, and your business will explode. You may have seen major success in the past. You might have been a huge 6-figure income earner, whatever the case may be. But this is a scenario here. It's an opportunity to put in place a 7-figure major residual income, because I'm telling you, this is going to be a huge, huge deal. There's never been a situation like this. I'll just give you an example. There's 5 things that I see. 1, the product. The product is the most facilitated product for network marketing I've ever seen, because people get a confidence quickly to the degree in which they're willing to share it after just having done a little 5-day trial or whatever the case may be. The turnaround time on the competence necessary to get other people to try it, tremendously short, and people see it on your face. I mean, it is just amazing how virally this can grow. The management's the best ever. I mean, gee whiz, just the top 2 guys, Jeff Olson, his story, Dennis Windsor. I mean, the guy's been a consultant over 200 network marketing companies. These guys are amazing, amazing leaders. And they know what they're doing, obviously. And I mean, you can look at the back-end systems and see that. The compensation plan is the best I've ever seen. The marketing systems are just fine-tuned and the best I've ever seen. The self-development and leadership development systems, best I have ever seen. In fact, when you get to mid-level, they hire you a top end. I mean, the guy that worked right hand in hand with Paul J. Meyer, the major multi-billionaire that's sending, multiple people to college in Waco, Texas. And I mean, this guy that's the coach, I mean, helps you get things in order, in your life, find your core elements of your personal mission, and to help get your life in balance and take your Nerium business to the next level. Their investment in people is amazing, but this is what's so astounding. I know these gloves are grody, but what's so astounding is typically companies have strengths and weaknesses. And in Nerium, not only are every one of these a strength, but they're an over-the-top, crazy strength. They're strong as strong can get. But what's so astounding is all 5 of these elements are actually in the same place at the same time for all of us. So let's just plug in and take this thing over the top. because it's going there with or without us. We might as well be a part of the stream. How do you make sure that you're locked in for a major, for a major position in this marketplace? Take action now, because now is the time. Now is the moment. I mean, if this thing really just goes crazy, it's going to be a major opportunity for many years to come. But those that get in now and lock in now and help take it to that multi-billion stage, the rewards are going to be leave a legacy for your kids. And so that's what I want to be a part of. 6 kids at home, all homeschooled. I want to leave a legacy. And I know you do too. So anyway, God bless.